Well, the cooler weather is setting in here in the Midwest, and I want to take advantage of the last of these driveway car washes, and it occurred to me, I don't think I've done a car wash video since I bought my F30 over 2 years ago, so for those who have been asking, I want to show you guys my process as well as some of the supplies that I use. Now, I have to make this disclaimer, I'm not a professional, and I'm really not that into detailing, but this is just how I would wash my own car. I begin by setting up my supplies. I fill a rinse bucket with water, then prepare my soap buckets, one for the body and one for the wheels. Next, I'll set up my pressure washer. Even a basic one like mine will completely elevate your car wash game, and they're not very expensive. I think mine was around $150. Before turning it on, I turn on the water and hold down the trigger to bleed air from the system. If you don't do that, it'll sputter for the first few minutes, which is super annoying. Now I prep my foam cannon. I've used Adam's purple foam cannon soap in the past, but I find that their blue soap works just as well and it's a little cheaper. Each time you attach the nozzle, spray away from the car to make sure that it's fully seated. If it's not, it'll shoot out like a bullet. I start by cleaning the wheels and tires. Not only are they the dirtiest part of the car, but the process of cleaning them is messy. I hit them with a pressure washer to blow off any loose dirt or brake dust. Then, I clean the tires with a tire and rubber cleaner using a tire brush. Tires have a preservative that works its way to the surface over time and leaves a brown residue on the tire. A tire and rubber cleaner is the best way to restore the deep black color. For the wheels, I like to hit them with some foam to be sure that the entire surface is lubricated, then I hand wash them with a microfiber rag. Luckily, these Apex wheels are super easy to clean. I can even reach in and clean the brakes. By the way, I have these replacement M decals available on my site, link below, shameless plug. I do have some wheel specific cleaners that I'll use if they're really bad, but for these weekly maintenance washes, soapy water works just fine. I'll save the harsh chemicals for after a long road trip or if the situation absolutely requires it. I have this little brush for cleaning the barrels, and it's the perfect size and shape for these ARC8Rs. So now that the wheels are clean, we can go on to washing the body of the car. Now what I like to do is I'll foam the entire car first, let that sit for a couple minutes, let gravity sort of do its thing and pull the dirt off. Then I'll rinse the whole car before washing it in individual sections. Now one of the reasons that I do that, especially for a video like this, is that filming adds copious amounts of time to each step, and I don't want the soap drying on the paint as I'm sort of getting things set up and moving the camera around. So that's why I do it that way, but let's do it. This foam cannon has two adjustments, one for the water to air ratio and one for the spray pattern. Play around with them and find a setting that works best for you. Pro tip, I like to wear soft clothing with no exposed zippers or buttons. Also, if possible, wash your car in the shade or wait for an overcast day. If you live in Michigan, you won't be waiting long. Once the car is covered, I'll let it sit for about 5 minutes and let gravity do its thing before rinsing it off. So when it comes to wash pads, I don't really get too scientific with this, but I noticed with this wool one that I was using, even after putting it through the washing machine, it still didn't look really clean, and if you take a close look at it, you can see like little hairs and pieces of fiber, so I just didn't feel really comfortable using that one. So recently I switched over to this, and this is like got these microfiber tentacles on it. Not only does it feel softer to the touch, but I noticed that when I put this through the wash, it just seems to come out a lot more clean than the other one does. I'll typically do the roof and windows first, then the hood, then the quarter panels and doors, and then I'll finish with the bumpers and side skirts, which tend to be the dirtiest parts of the car. If you have an F30, you can hold the windshield wiper stalk up for 5 seconds to make the wiper stand up. This makes it easier to clean the base of the windshield. Between each section, I rinse my wash pad in the rinse bucket and then soap it up again. If the car is especially dirty, I'll do this several times per section. To minimize swirls, wipe in straight lines rather than a circular motion. As you can see, I'm not necessarily scrubbing the car like I'm doing dishes, but rather guiding it along using just the weight of the pad. Another pro tip, take your keys out of your pocket so that the door locks don't go haywire the whole time. Lubrication is the name of the game here, and while it may look like I'm using a ton of soap, it's important that each surface is adequately coated before making contact. Since the front bumper tends to be the dirtiest with bug guts and everything else, I typically save it for last. Use caution when spraying the front bumper with the pressure washer, or small rock chips will become large ones. I recently started using my leaf blower to dry the car, and it works surprisingly well. I'd say it removes 90% of standing water and makes towel drying a breeze. It's great for wheels too because air gets into the hard to reach places. I spray the surfaces with detail spray as I dry it with a towel. Well, there you have it. That's my process for washing my car. I hope you guys got something out of this. Now, I'll typically wash it once a week, and it usually takes around an hour. Obviously, it took way longer today, more like 4 hours with filming. But I'm going to link all of the products that I use down below just in case anyone's curious. None of these are sponsored, but some of the links might be affiliate links just so that you guys know. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, who's ready for round 2?